Lions TV, we are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every single one of the sponsors that you can already see on the screen. If you are going to do a bit of business in 2022, then please keep it in the Millwall family by checking out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below. This is your post-match analysis video for Saturday's 2-2 draw up at St Andrews against Birmingham City. A fucking absolutely mad away day, packed full of incident. I wanted the extra day to take stock and reflect, and now I'm ready to go. So as always, let's start out with the starting 11 that started the match. Okay, so 3 changes were made from the team that won at the Den in the previous match against Hull City. Scott Malone, of course, dropped out through injury, so Sean Hutchinson came back into the back 3, which pushed Murray Wallace to left wing back. In the centre of midfield, Billy Mitchell dropped out for Michael Kieftenbeld, and Tyler Bury dropped out for Ollie Burke. As I said, lots to talk about, and here is where we're going to start things. I understand completely why he's gone with experience. He's obviously got the Burke-Bury one right. However, completely fucking wrong on the Billy Mitchell thing. I know Billy Mitchell gets unwarranted grief from our fans. If you don't know why Billy Mitchell is pivotal to us, then you've definitely found out. Kieftenbeld against his old club, okay, but absolutely not at the races. And for those who don't really understand football and thinks that Billy Mitchell don't pass forward enough, well, it's opened your eyes in a way. But if you still haven't realised it, then I'm going to explain. He keeps that team ticking over. He keeps the momentum going. He keeps possession. If we've got possession, the other team can't score. What you're also doing by getting the ball left and right and left is you're keeping your teammates alert. You're keeping that clock ticking over, if you like. And you're keeping us on our toes. And the more we got possession, as we said, the more we grow in confidence, the more we grow in momentum, and we keep things ticking over. He's also on anything like a fucking shot, like the Roadrunner. And okay, maybe he doesn't always go forward. Maybe he doesn't score enough goals as we'd like. But the second they get the ball in any area of the pitch pretty much, across the midfield, left, right, central, he is on it like a shot. He's pressing so hard that he's forcing them back all the time. And we didn't have that in the first half. As a result, they kept cutting through the middle of us like we wasn't there. Kieftenbeld was very elusive. And as we know, Saville likes to play further forward. And on top of that, every time we got the ball, all we kept doing was just kicking it anywhere, like rashly. Just, panicking and just booting it off the pitch and booting it absolutely anywhere. And it was not a good display from the Lions for the first 35 minutes, probably 30 minutes. And Birmingham rightly were on the front foot and rightly deserved to go in at half-time in the lead. They had the early free kick that shaves Bart's post. Again, we get a little bit of luck there, don't we? I keep mentioning to this, alluding to it. We keep getting a little bit of luck. We seem to have become that team now that do get it. And further on in the game, as we'll get on to later on. But then, Birmingham get through again, cut straight through the middle of us like a knife, shot, cannons back off the inside of the post and goes away to safety. Of course, it was to be expected. Birmingham, managed by Lee Bowyer, off the back of 3 straight defeats, a 6-1 heavy defeat at Blackpool. They're going to come and try and, get a response. These players are going to try and get a response out of him. So it was likely to happen. It's always a difficult place to go. Although I've got to tell you, until near the end, it was absolutely dead, St Andrews. I was like, whoa, what has happened to this club? I was telling my boss, and this is usually a really, fearsome place to come, but not so much until later events, which we'll talk about later. But look, they deserve to be in front, possibly 2-0 up. Even Bart was shaky for me. Even Bart was shaky, dropping things. And we just didn't really turn up. Maybe the occasion got to us. I don't know, but we just couldn't get going in this instance. But again, look, we've had a fantastic season. We've been brilliant the last 15, 20 games. So you're going to have off days at points. It's just a shame that our off day has come at this point. But on reflection again, we've dug in and we're still in the hunt. So we didn't expect to be, well, I definitely didn't expect to be coming to this point at the weekend where, there's still a possibility. I still don't think we're strong enough to go up. I think Forest are going to go up, whether it be by the playoffs or if they pip Bournemouth for second place. But it's nice to have this, this end of season, little bit of excitement. People scrambling to get tickets for Bournemouth, scrambling to get tickets for Birmingham. Nearly 2,000 of us travelled to Birmingham. Brilliant noise from our away fans from start to finish. So after the 2 occasions where Birmingham hit the post, we sort of, it's the crowd getting on the players saying, fucking sort it out. And you could sense the atmosphere, we've got to keep an eye on results elsewhere. The players know we've got to try and get a result to stay in the hunt. And, definitely it's had an effect on them. But we do sort of get to grips. Ollie Burke, I thought, was great in the game. I didn't even know he was on the pitch, if I'm honest, for the first 20 minutes. But he definitely grew into the game. I thought the standout player for us in the first half was Bcfc, actually. I don't know, he gets a lot of grief. People say he's lazy, but he's got fucking ice in his veins, as we saw in the 98th minute with his coolly slighted penalty. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I thought he held the ball up well. I thought he tried to link play well. He protected it with his back to goal and link play, as I said, quite well at times. So I thought Afobe was probably the only player that played well in the first half. Other than that, I mean, distribution-wise, Murray Wallace, Jake Cooper, absolutely shocking. Amongst others, not just singling those two out. Jules Saville, I thought, had quite a good game, despite him giving away a penalty, if you like. But we'll get onto that in the second half. As I said, we grow into the game, and at this point, we force a few set pieces. A big problem that's just popped into my head as well, which you can factor in, I think, is Jed definitely a miss. Of course, we know that. Malone, you know, some people argue he's not up to it anymore. He's tailed right off, which I would agree he's tailed off at the second part of the season. But what he is fantastic at is set-piece deliveries. And without either of those on the pitch, I feel that definitely played a part in it, you know, with Saville on free kicks, Saville's on corners. Saville hit a direct free kick over the bar, didn't he, early in the first half. But I'm talking more, we've had a lot of joy lately from them sort of free kicks from an angle that we've held up high. Scott Malone holds it up. I always talk about Jake Cooper comes from offside to on. And without either him or Jed on the pitch, I felt that really took something out of our armoury, if you like. But we have two chances in the first half, and those chances are Murray Wallace back to goal, turning in the box like a centre-forward. Forces a good save out there, keeper. And from the rebound, it's cleared away momentarily. Sean Hutchinson hits it like a rocket and is headed off the line. That's the end of the first half. It's 0-0. Now, usually, you know, some people were a little bit fucking sort it out, and not just saying this, there did seem to be a few different faces in the crowd, you know. The bandwagon's rolling, a few people managed to get tickets and don't usually see you at an away game, mate, and you're calling everyone a fucking C-bomb. Then, where you come from? But okay, you're here, but it's half-time. And the regulars amongst us know now, we've learned, it's the Gary Rowett way, that in the second half we come out and we are usually better. You know, on the whole, we are usually better in the second half. But we started the second half even worse than we started the first, and it's a calamitous goal that's put Birmingham 1-0 up. It really, really is. I've watched it back so many times. I was watching it just a minute ago, actually, on the EFL again, on the Quest show. The ball comes into the box. It's a little nothing dolly into the box. Sean Hutchinson's got to deal with it. Doesn't. Gets weights off the ball. Comes out. Birmingham have like a terrible little shot. It's Sunday League-esque, actually, all round the whole goal. And then Jake Cooper's on his right foot. And Coops, if you're worried, mate, just stick out for a corner and we'll defend that with our height and with our strength. But he sort of knocks it back into the danger area with his right foot. Birmingham smash one straight past Bart. They're 1-0 up. Bcfc, no chance. And it's no more than they deserved. You can't say at that point in the game that Birmingham weren't on top. They weren't the better side. They definitely deserved their lead. Now, this is for me when Rowett gets it right. He waits potentially longer than I would have liked. But there we go. I'm impatient and we know that. He brings on Mason Bennett, and I tell you what, he's just getting better and better and better. And if he could stay fit, I don't think we keep him at the club. But he's got this massive fitness issue, like we know. We bring him on, we start getting straight into the game. Tom Bradshaw, unlucky with an overhead kick, good save from their goalkeeper. We're getting a lot of joy down there right, and that's where the goal comes from. Bennett gets onto his right foot, looks like he's taken too long, manages to switch it to his left. Inch perfect cross. Danny Mack, as we know, loves the bomb on. Brilliant header back across goal, under pressure, at the far post. And Ollie Burke smashes it in. And we're 1-1. And from that point, we think, right, we're going to go and win the game now. We're going to go and win it. And I'm checking the results. Everyone's checking the results around me. We're checking the league table. Sheffield United are 1-0 up. Whistle goes, penalty to Birmingham. And I didn't see it, obviously, at the time, as I said, Arsene Wenger, I didn't see it. But I've watched it back. 2 penalties. If I had to choose one that was more penalty than another, I'll be honest, it was their penalty. It's not a penalty, though. It's still very soft. Free kick into the box. And George Saville's marking him. And he gets away from Saville. And Saville puts his arm around him. Of course, Lyle Taylor's looking for it. Goes down. But it's actually, I suppose Saville couldn't know where the delivery was going to go. But it's gone straight on to Jake Cooper's head. Lyle Taylor was never getting there. Arms around him. It's a very, very soft penalty. But still not as soft as our penalty. And again, we get a little bit of luck. But penalty, Lyle Taylor steps up, giving it a big one. Slots it past Bcfc. And it looks like hell on earth. It looks like the worst fucking day possible. It looks like we're out for the count. After that, we went a little bit Ian Holloway-esque, a little bit gung-ho. Jake Cooper ends up front. We keep the pressure on. The penalty for Jake Cooper, he's almost standing next to their goalkeeper on the front post. I've watched it back so many times earlier. He sort of just wrestles free, comes through loads of bodies, and it's just, again, Sunday League-esque. just everyone, just a pile of bodies. Never a penalty in a million years, in my opinion, but we'll absolutely take it. By this point, the Birmingham fans had obviously fucking found their voices and turned up. And because they think we're losing, they're coming right down our end. Okay, and because we think we're losing, which I never do, some of our fans are walking towards the exit. So now you've got this massive congregation of people all in one short space and one area. I'll get onto that in a minute. After that, of course, Bcfc steps up 90 plus 8, ice in his veins. Another thing I may not have done, and a lot of people around me saying the same thing, I wouldn't have took Bradshaw off. He's always a goal threat for us, and he looks like he had legs left in him to me. However, he took Bradshaw off, leaves Afobe on, and to be honest, I'm glad he did, because Afobe steps up and slots home the penalty for 2-2. We nearly then go and win it. Then we come straight back down the other end. The players are rushing to get the ball out of the net, but it wasn't to be. The game ends 2-2, and that's that. Right, if I don't address the elephant in the room, it's going to be a bit strange. Of course, you would have all seen the fucking videos and the press. I don't get involved in that shit. Fair play to every other Millwall outlet, because fan channels, if there is some in existence, they have not got involved in that shit. But the Birmingham fan channels, you're fucking embarrassing. And no wonder people don't like YouTubers, because you're all putting it up, big fight, and you're filming your own fans and our fans, and you're just putting people, in the firing line. So, all for the sake of trying to get a few thousand views for your channel. Fucking ridiculous. And as I said, fair play. We're Millwall. We don't do that. No one's mentioned it. And we move on. But I will just say this, by the way. Birmingham fucking started it, launching shit at us. It absolutely come from them, and we finished it as usual. So there you go. That's your post-match analysis done. Where does it leave us in the table? Sheffield United have won, of course, at Cardiff. They now sit 3 points above us. However, it may as well be 4, because if I show you the league table now, they are, there you go, 3 points ahead of us. However, their goal difference is plus 12 and ours is plus 6, which means 1 win for Sheffield United will finish our season. Now, Sheffield United have got to play Queen's Park Rangers away and then Fulham at home on the last day of the season. We've got Peterborough. They're now relegated, so I'm assuming we're going to beat Peterborough on Saturday. However, unfortunately for us, it could be all over Friday night, because that is when Queen's Park Rangers are playing Sheffield United. So, listen, we're all QP off for fucking 24 hours, aren't we? I'm going to be live streaming that game. I think some of the boys from the podcast might be joining me, because I don't want to watch it on my own. So we can all do a watch-along, watch it together, and cheer QPR on. A point for Sheffield United, and then obviously we'll still keep us in the hunt, and it'll go down to the last day. Anything other than a Sheffield United win, then it's going to go down to the last day, provided, of course, that we beat Peterborough on Saturday. But I just can't see anything other than us beating Peterborough. As I said, they're relegated, nothing to play for. And obviously, if we've got the carrot being dangled that Sheffield United haven't won on Friday night. QPR play a lot of games, by the way, on Sky on Friday night. It's about the 4th time this season. And they usually do quite well. They won't want to do us any favours, but of course they want to finish the season on a high. They've been faltering slightly lately. So that's what's happening Friday night. I'm going to be doing a live stream. That's your post-match analysis done. As I said, there was lots of angles to cover, and I wanted to make sure I did. I've probably forgot a couple of things I wanted to say, but there you go. I've made no notes. I've just gone, what's in there? But listen, a fucking fantastic away day Saturday. Again, the icing on the cake would have been the 3 points. We didn't get there, but it's just everything you'll ever want from an away day other than the 3 points. It was fucking brilliant. I loved every minute of it, and I'll do it all again tomorrow. But I can't. I've got to wait until Saturday, and I've got to wait on the result from Loftus Road on Friday night. So I'll be back for a preview Thursday, a score predictions as well Thursday, hopefully, potentially Friday, live stream Friday, Sheffield United away at Queen's Park Rangers, and then live stream again, the final live stream of the season from the Den on Saturday. I hope you've enjoyed this show. Enjoy your week. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.